This is pretty exciting for me, at least. I don't know about for you, Shawn.
It is exciting for me. Yes, I'm so excited.
Awesome. Looks like we have 8 people here or so. That number in the upper right of the window is how many are in the session. I think if we press the people button, it should say who's here.
Gotcha.
So this is a session to learn a little bit more about BUiLT, Blacks United in Leading Technology. We are a professional organization where we have members and non-members. They're not, you can pay dues and you don't have to pay dues. And let's just say it that way. And so I'm Peter Beasley. I lead a lot of the entities right now. I'm chairman of the board and lead the North Texas chapter. So we want to talk about our illustrious panel of BUiLT members, which includes Shawn Coates. We'll hear a little bit about who she is and what she's planning ahead. Some about BUiLT, the organization, what makes us different, why join, why sponsor, and how to get the most out of our organization. So that's what we're here to talk about. And if I can find my slides again, there we go. So Shawn is in our dues paying category called a future technologist. And so Shawn, we'll give you the floor and let us get to know a little bit more about you.
Yep, I'm Shawn Coates, excited to be here. Yes, I just started with the future technologist. I was looking for a mentorship and discovered BUiLT. So I'm really glad to be here, enjoying the benefits of this. I'm new to technology, in the technology industry. I'm coming from a background in sales and marketing. And I've discovered in sales that when you have great marketing, you really don't need to sell. It's unnecessary. So that's why I'm kind of going in towards career transitioning into digital marketing. Sales are so much you don't have to really sell, and you have an area to be creative. So that's my main reason for transitioning into technology. I recently completed my degree with University of Phoenix in marketing, and I'm currently working on a certification with University of Phoenix in digital marketing.
Awesome. Are you from North Texas or
I'm
not?
new to North Texas, new to the Dallas area. I'm coming from Louisiana. A ex-military spouse, so I traveled all over the country for about 15 years. My children recently went into college. I have 2 twin boys and a daughter. So I decided, hey, everybody's in school, so mom might as well go too. So that's why I decided to go back, get my degree, and transition into a field where I could make more of my career. So I'm super excited about this, super excited about being in Dallas. Recently moved here to 2018. So I love the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It's so much to do here, so diverse. I love the area.
Oh, great. Yeah, a lot of people said they had a hard transition to move to Dallas, depending on where they came from, and then others said they just loved it. It was all up and to the right and positive, and great. So sounds like you're a little bit more of the latter. That was a good move for you.
Oh, it was an awesome move. Best move of my life. I've been everywhere across the country. I've lived in Texas before in El Paso, but Dallas, Texas is totally different. I love the city. I love the culture.
Yes, and I did not know it, but we have a few things in common. One, we're both Black people. How about that? That's kind of obvious. But University of Phoenix, that's where I got my MBA from. So it's a good alma mater there. And then also military. My father was in the military. So I know that life of moving around growing up. So I'm also a member of BUiLT. BUiLT actually started September of last year, and so I've been a member since then. And I have a much more old school, it's a better way to say it, I don't know. I've more traditional, I went to college in engineering and came out in tech and had job offers in tech and have just been in tech the whole time. And so it's gratifying to see so many people that are pivoting into tech. And I was fortunate with just high school counselors and almost even sixth grade that it was already becoming apparent to me that I like tinkering with things and taking watches apart and putting them back together and trying to get them put back together. Could never get them put back together. And Radio Shack had a little kit where you could attach light bulbs and switches, and my parents bought me one of those. And so playing around with electrical things in fifth grade, sixth grade. And so coming out of high school, as counselor said, engineering is where you need to go. And so that was pretty easy. And then back in the decades ago when I graduated from college, again, 8 job offers in engineering. So I could pick where I wanted to go. And it's so hard now to get a job in your field. You can graduate, with great grades and in a field and can't get a job in those fields. So it's a better time, easier time for me. Picked a career with Mobil Oil initially as an electrical engineer and did some design work. First in your uranium exploration in South Texas, and then oil exploration on a ship, a marine ship, 2 months on, 1 month off, worldwide, ocean going, traveling. So that was my early 20s, got to see the world again as an adult instead of just a kid with my parents. And then transferred into the Dallas headquarters of our division of Mobil. And there I switched to MIS, data processing, which changed names eventually to IT. So I moved from engineering to IT way back in the days of the IBM PC, XT, computer, and the like, and have taken the ride of distributed computing ever since. I'm an infrastructure person, so I manage back office teams, infrastructure, desktop, database, Unix systems, internet access, security, people. So built data centers. My career, I've worked at UT Southwestern Medical Center, Software Spectrum, Excel Telecommunications, First Horizon Home Loan, First American Real Estate. So I've been in tech a long time, but as I moved up and got older, started getting laid off more and more, and didn't like that. I'd have to get another job kind of thing. And then, so I started a software company in 2003. We're a product company. We have a software product in the configuration management database space. And I've been doing that, and then probably for the last 5 or 6 years, been helping nonprofits, serving on a few boards there. And BUiLT is just a natural for me. I didn't expect it. I find myself here, but so happy to be involved with people like Shawn and so many other members that are not dues paying members yet, and those that we get to interact with. So I hope you can stick around, Shawn, and I'm going to bring you back in here, but just want to let everybody know what we're all about. It's all about everybody else. It is not about us as an organization, BUiLT, or our brand or our logo or anything like that. So I'm going to talk a little about us, but mostly about you through the chat line. So if you can interact with us in the chat line, ask questions, we can take those up throughout. Blacks United in Leading Technology International. We are one of the voices of Black people in technology. 23 chapters across 4 countries. It's free to attend on our Meetup model, Meetup Pro. We have Slack groups. We're on LinkedIn. We have a Twitter account, Facebook. So 8,700 plus people in our online network, and just in North Texas alone, 2488. We've been quoted a lot in quite a few magazines, and you can see our footprint from a chapter level to the right of this screen. I was one of the co-founders of BUiLT in September of 2020. We birthed out of another group and organization called Blacks in Technology. All of us, I guess, except DeAndre, I think when he was part of BIT too. We were changing names before he joined. But John is actually the first chapter leader of the nonprofit types of groups, and that was way back in 2011. So John is our vice chair and treasurer, and I'm chairman of the board, and then DeAndre is our secretary. And we are still looking for board members and chapter leaders and other folks to help. And again, the big U and the little I, not about us, it's about you. We want to be uniters. We want to bring people together, much like the symposium. The symposium was about all of the groups and organization and allies in North Texas that help with the mission and the goal. It's not about BUiLT. And so we have a board, a stellar board of people that we've expanded to. Carla Hill from Philadelphia, Chase Payne from LA, Carrie Hawkins from Cincinnati, Van Richardson in Chicago, and Stacy Kirk in LA also. And we are looking for a 9th board member, and we're also putting in an executive advisory board. So if you hear this and you're interested, please let us know. We have incredible staff too. Raquel Robinson, I think I saw her online for this session. She's in Austin, helps with fundraising. Michelle is part of the Symposium team. She's here in Plano with partnerships. Chloe, we've all probably interacted with her throughout the chats and setting up the sessions. She's on the planning team. She's here in Plano, Chloe Quewington. And then Chase Payne has just joined us as our marketing director. And it's an interim role. We are still looking to hire someone in that role, but I'm so happy Chase is picking that up. We have 3 committees too, actually a couple more, but these 3 are growing and adding people. So Carla heads up the membership committee, Carrie with programs, and Chase with communications. So if you're good with social media, you like blogging and posting, you're adept with Facebook and Instagram, let Chase know, or let us know that you're interested in the communications committee. Programs, what should we offer? What can we offer different? What is open? What's private? We have some private events. We have some members only events. The programs committee helps decide that. And the membership committee approves new chapter leaders, recommends new chapters and new geographies and the dues amounts. That's something that the membership committee decides. So info at, you see the email address, and it starts with just getting on board. Come on and join us and enjoy the fun. And let me switch back and see if there is anything in the chat. Again, keep both in the Q&A or the chat. You can let us know. Brandon Sharper just joined out of Charlotte. He's our newest chapter leader, and we have applications pending in San Antonio, Detroit, and throughout this conference now, Memphis too. So you can see the other geographies where we have chapter leaders, and anybody on the line from Hong Kong or Toronto, we're looking for you, or please find us. We have a mix of winning programs, a lot on tech. We talk about tech. We share new techniques about tech. Professional networking is big with what we do in person and virtually. Entrepreneurial series, leadership development, career development, social justice, and social events, and a lot about how to get into tech. So those are some of the topics that we cover. We have a jobs board, careers.builtinternational.org. It's free to post. So if you're an employer, a recruiter, staffing agency, please put your job opportunities out there if you're looking for diverse candidates. And if you're a diverse candidate or really anybody and you're looking for a job, we have jobs there, and you can put your resume in. These are our dues levels, $45 for future technologists all the way up to lifetime. You can pay that once. Or if you're a technology owner, as I said, I own a software company. That's a dues class for people that own software companies or own a technology company. And then business leaders, you're a CIO, VP, director, senior vice presidents, and the like. Supporters or HR, marketers, attorneys. Technologists is our biggest bucket, and technology educators are people that teach. And you get the right to vote, to serve, and other benefits that include, we had a professional mixer Monday night here in town. It was completely free, open bar, open food, DJ. It was a wonderful event, and highlighting Wakima there. She drove up from New Orleans to come. So you should look for private events and special events that we only offer to members. We have programs like that. We're now kicking off some technical workshops. So you can go to our meetup site and find those dates and times, and register. These are members only types of events. The benefit of membership is ongoing slate of workshops, not just 1 hour talks, but meat on the bone on how to get further into tech. Of course, this is an offering, our Black Tech Symposiums, and we've already identified another geography. Philadelphia is going to go next in October. So other geographies will and can, and if you have an interest in your state or city to have a Black Tech Symposium, let us know, and we'll get the chapter leaders moving there, or plan a chapter there, or find a way that we can help with that. So we are purely nonprofit too. So if you look at a lot of the groups that are out there, some are some are for-profit only, and it's a fee to attend the conference. It's high dollar ticket amounts for some of the learning sessions, but we are purely nonprofit, where all of the sponsorships, donations, dues go back into helping towards the mission of increasing the representation and participation of Black people in tech. So there's nobody, certainly not me, sitting at the top getting profits. It's actually illegal. We're incorporated out of the state of Texas, and so board members can't get a pecuniary benefit, and so all of it gets turned back in. And so that's a part of what we are, and also we want our content and programs to be locally generated. So we don't know what's best for New Orleans or Memphis or St. Louis, and so we'd like to support, identify, help local people there to do good in those communities. So it's a big benefit for volunteers, and hopefully we can talk more about that throughout. In fact, Chloe mentioned started out as a volunteer. She's now paid staff. I started as a volunteer. I'm paid staff for the day job that I do, not the board work or for leading the North Texas chapter. But many people in this organization started as volunteers, and then put themselves in positions that they can even take other jobs at other locations. They get recognition, like Shawn is getting recognized because she volunteered and joined. And it's a benefit to the community. We want to actually help, again, NSBE and Black Girls Who Code and Blacks in AI and all of the Black employee resources groups that we highlighted over the last couple of days. We want to benefit the community, but absolutely deliver value to our sponsors. That's what we're very good at doing. We have an incredible slate of sponsorship opportunities, and we honor the mission to help society. We're really here as a nonprofit. Nonprofits are owned by the public, and we're here to help the local economy, local society about inclusion, diversity, equity, tech ownership. So you can find us on the Meetup platform. But what's on your mind? So this is going to be a little bit of a conversation. That's okay. Is that okay with you, Shawn?
That's okay with me. Yeah.
Okay. So in your professional career thus far, mostly in sales and retail, had you joined many professional organizations or been involved with nonprofits much?
Well, nonprofits, yes. Volunteering was a big deal and part of my childhood in my household. My grandmother volunteered with church, of course. Started with the church, of course. She would make baskets for nursing homes, work with kids. And so me going with her and doing those things, I just got a love for volunteering. And the feeling of helping others and learning from others. So it started there, and I just started joining different organizations, even in high school and when I became an adult. My favorite organization, not a professional organization, so to speak, but my favorite was working with Girl Scouts of America. I was a Girl Scout, former Girl Scout. My daughter started as a Pixie. I just loved working with the youth. And kids are so available, emotionally available to learn and explore and just seeing the look on their faces when they learn new things. I just enjoyed that, and I enjoy learning, sharing knowledge with them, creating things with them. I just had an awesome time doing that because it was like instant results, and I felt really good doing that, and helping girls learn things about technology. Technology was a big part of that also. So that was one of my favorite ones, to see girls, be able to shine in that area, get exposed to things like STEM programs and learning different things about technology that before, girls were probably, left out of, especially girls of color. So that was my favorite organization to work with.
That's right. And you touched on, a couple of major tenets, mama and church, that often the ideals of helping, giving back, serving, it's better to give than to receive. All of those things come at an early age and can come at an early age. And for some people, it actually wasn't that way. It was just the opposite, not good parents or not good situations or no parents. And, people had to survive or make it. And so technology does allow anyone really with the aptitude of learning and succeeding in that field. And it's such a broad field that we've had sessions on people in tech who are journalists and writers, product managers and marketing people that can talk about tech, and they've been journalists and they've been English majors and they got in tech. And I think I heard a person who is in tech as a chef because he works in the cafeteria at Apple's, Apple corporate has a cafeteria. That person works at Apple, although they're they're a chef, but you can pivot there easier once you're in Apple or you're in an organization, no matter how you got in, pivot. We heard Bobby Alexander, 40 years with IBM, and she started as a secretary and pivoted into tech, and now she's worldwide data center manager for them. And then can't quite say it's really painful, but you mentioned Girl Scouts, so don't put it out on the internet, but I was a brownie. My mother had a brownie. My sister was, huh?
She had a brownie troop?
Yes, and I had to go to all the meetings, and so I didn't like that. My sister was a brownie, and I had to go.
You honorary brownie. Yes.
No, don't put that out there, but I did go to Cub Scouts, and I was a Boy Scout, a Weeblo. That's right. There's that step, and then Boy Scouts. My son he was an Eagle Scout, but I only made it to life. But I stayed in Boy Scouts till college. I went that late, and so those of us who were still in high school in Boy Scouts, we didn't tell anybody. I don't mind telling people now. No, we didn't want anybody to know back then. But good. But yes. So you joining. What did you hope to get from BUiLT? When you joined, I think you said mentoring. Was there anything else? Was it short-sighted, long-sighted, or what do you think?
Mentoring, other opportunities, training opportunities. When I first got to the Dallas area, I was looking for a mentorship, and I was going to join another organization. I won't mention the name, a marketing association, but it didn't go too well. It was kind of like trying to join an exclusive club. They were not very welcoming. It was kind of like a push to get in. I was like, I think it's probably easier to get into a fraternity or sorority than it is to, get into this organization that's supposed to be about helping people. So that's what I discovered BUiLT. And you guys offer everything and more, than what, I was looking for. I discovered on Meetup. And I saw the opportunities for training, certifications. It's actually beneficial, to you. So it's not like people just getting together just to hang out or just talk. There's actually action going on, and it's focused. And I love that about it. And the opportunities, not just for mentorships, discounts on training, certification, events like this one. So I would have known about this if it hadn't been for BUiLT.
Yes.
So yes, and that's awesome. And I've been sharing it with others that did not know about BUiLT. So yes, they have offered everything that I was looking for.
Oh, great. Yeah. And so we are new enough that a lot of people haven't heard of us. And in fact, trying to get this symposium off the ground, some of the more established brands and organizations, them having not heard of us because they've been around for a long time, it was harder for them. And I can totally understand that, why it would be hard to jump in on something brand new. But then there's those that are the early adopters, hungry, looking to get getting capabilities, and then it's easier to adopt and join. And so me too, I had probably a little bit of some selfish reasons. I wouldn't say selfish. It was really to help the other guy who started. I did not start the local effort here, and I knew him. He started it. He invited me to the first organizational meeting. I thought, no, I'll help him. That was as simple as my reason. I could, of course, get behind the mission, Black people in tech, but I didn't know if I really wanted to do too much of that. But it was about helping him. And then found out with relationships, it just been around town enough and served in enough organizations. I had a lot of connections, and a lot of people showed up, and the mission was very timely. A lot of people who were allies, and so it became easy. And we had some success at that. And so me too, I volunteered to help, like you said, in church and Girl Scouts and on and on and on. And it can pay big dividends for ourselves and for others. And what's next in your career? You're in retail. You just graduated. You want to stay in retail? You moving, or what's your?
No, moving out of retail, looking more for social media, content creation, and that just came about also with businesses. I had a mom and pop home business doing event planning. That also sprouted from doing events for Girl Scouts. A lot of parents just like decorations that we did, and would ask, can you help me with a birthday party, or we're having a wedding? And so it just started from there. So I had a partner, and we started in business as an celebration. So, and some other little things we were doing. But then I got to network with other moms and other people that were doing home businesses and going online. And so they would post pictures of their food or their product. And it just naturally came about. I guess with my sales and marketing background, I would, for example, I had a friend that started a bakery. She was awesome with doing cakes and everything, any kind of baked good. I think I contribute to some of my weight gain to her and those brownies and carrot cake. But we met a military, awesome girl, love her to death. But I noticed on some of her pictures, she was like, I'm not getting, as many clicks as I did on this picture, or maybe why. So I just gave her some little tips and ideas. Take the food out of the packaging. It's all visual, on your social media. So when people look at the picture, they want to see, what's this going to look like on my plate, on my table, at my event. We eat with our eyes first. So I was like, it's nice that you can show the packaging that it comes in, but they want to see it on the plate. They want to see maybe you cut into it. Maybe let's see you baking it. And then she, started reporting back to me, when I posted those ideas, I got more clicks. I got some business. I got more calls. And so it just came from there. So that's what, brought me into just moving away from just the sales part of it and more into digital marketing. I'm a creative person at heart, and it just comes natural to me. And I love tech, and that comes natural to me. So I just, started this, why not just flow it all in together? So, and transition that career. So still kind of in marketing, but not really sales. I still can be creative and still can do tech, something I love, and do it all together. So this is just an awesome transition for me. I'm so excited to get started.
Okay. We'll see what we can do to get you on the stage, or get you some referrals, get you interviews, promote you, put you to work. Did I just hear you volunteer for the communications committee? I don't know. I'm not going to put you on the spot.
I'll take it.
Oh. Yes. All right. So yeah, it's about giving. I did ask, what do you look to get? What sorts of things do you think you or other people can give to organizations like this?
Just exactly what you said. Giving back my time and maybe offering some skills or talents that I have, or just giving my time to be able to help, you know, progress this movement with Blacks in technology. So that's what I have to offer and give. I know a lot of people have different talents and different things they're good at, and could make this organization, be the best that it can be.
Yes, yes, and just thinking about what people can do, and one of the things actually is attend too. So we I think haven't seen the final days total, but I know when we started today, we had 380 people from around the world who wanted to find out about Black Tech North Texas. So those people attended, they registered, they attended. Be in the audience, be in the crowd, put something in the chat. And I just noticed Kareem said you did volunteer, so I've got 2 votes for you volunteering for the communications committee. But yeah, no, that's helpful for people to offer their ideas and thoughts. Get in the room, allow yourself to be poured into. It's not unusual that people that join us initially, they're very quiet and shy. I am an ex-introvert. I'm probably still could test as an introvert, but I just learned how to talk in front of people. I'll say here a 3-day on camera kind of thing for me is it takes everything out of me. Versus extroverts, they just every day they're more pumped up, and I need my quiet time somewhere here soon. But we all can participate and help, and so that giving back a big part of what people can do. Certainly here in North Texas, I forgot to talk about some of our local programs here at North Texas. So we have the 3rd Tuesday of the month. We recognize new members, recognize people that got promotions, people that started a company, somebody that had a baby, had the divorce, got married, whatever you need recognition for. We do that on the 3rd Tuesdays of every month in North Texas. We also now have Black Tech Thursday. So every Thursday for 52 weeks, except for today is Thursday. We're not doing today. We did last week in Frisco. Next week is going to be in Grand Prairie. So we're going to move around in person. We've done that before in Mesquite, Louisville, and Arlington. And so North Texas is a big geography. So we're looking to get on the road, so to speak, and coalesce the people in, as I said, Grand Prairie, Rowlett, Sherman. Sherman is North Texas. There's probably not a large opportunity for 2,000 Black people in tech to get together in Sherman. They just don't have that footprint. But we can have an event there, and some of us who might want to go there can. So that's a way you can help. If you're in Fort Worth and listening, when we have Black Tech Weatherford or North Richland Hills, come and let people know that you're over there. Things like that. Mentoring. We need people to mentor. We have a mentoring program. We have corporate sponsors there, but the members can mentor other members. So that's other ways you can help. Co-leaders for this chapter. So I can point to me very easily. I started as almost an accident. I wanted to help the other guy. I thought, I'll help. And then he stepped down. I became the chapter leader here. Then I became executive director, then chairman of the board. Internationally, now I'm running or hosted, pulling this together as a volunteer. But I'm now massively going the other way, looking for people to pick up all these roles. I have a lot of hats I'm trying to give away, sell. I'll pay you for, because this was never about me, and it's not about the organization, and it can only succeed with people volunteering and getting involved. And so that giving back part is important. So from the audience, I'm not bashful about picking on people. I can see Kenneth and Jerome and Shanita, Christopher. So in the chat, thought you came to this session for a reason. We've shared a little bit about who we are and the types of members that we attract. And I do see Raquel Robinson. She's one of our members, from she's make sure that's right. Her, yeah, it is her. Before I let her know that she can press the button to upper right, share your screen, something like that, if you wanted to come on and talk to, because she's a chapter leader out of Austin. She's not in North Texas. She is a dues paying member, and she helps on our staff with fundraising. So she's volunteered in that regard. What have you thought so far about the symposium, Shawn?
Oh, it's been awesome. It's been great. A lot of information, enjoying the speakers. Enjoyed last night about the finding your identity in your career. I don't know if I'm saying the name of it right, but yes, that was great. It was really helpful. I learned a lot in that.
Yeah. I listened to the first one Tuesday night, was How to Succeed in Corporate America as an African American. And
that too. Yeah.
And there are 10 rules. I don't think I practiced any of them. I was like, oh, I see what I did wrong.
Yeah.
Like rule number 1 is like, oh, you can't be a rule breaker or a change. I'm changing the culture. It says no, it's sacrosanct. You're gonna have a really hard time with that. And we need mavericks out there and disruptors, but it's very hard to do. Very hard to do.
What I took from that was the being social, how important it is with the networking and being social. And before I didn't realize that, till I listened to that, I was like, oh gosh, that's me. I'm that person that like afterwards, like work is over. Gotta go. See y'all later. Have a good time. Tell me what happened. And, and I'm out. And part of it is, I have family and at the time I had small kids. But then most of it is like social anxiety. Like sometimes I get kind of nervous being in crowds, or, we've been working all day and I'm like, oh, what am I talk about now? But, I realize the importance of, networking and socializing, with your coworkers and people that, that you're around and work with, and how it can be helpful towards your career.
Yes. I think that was rule 8 or 9 or 7. It was down in there of socialize with white people or other cultures, and I think I joked and said there needs to be a whites united in leading technology, and they need to have a slide that they're watching socialize with Black people. We're learning what we need to do, and more everyone is learning what everyone needs to do, and so that is important. To have the thick skin. And did you watch the comedy session about the bland food? I think there was a joke about hanging out and going to company events with food that's not really that good, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is really good." That's part of that socialization. That really happens. And so
yes.
And the jokes, the jokes too about Black people and and a lot of people are laughing. It's like, don't you see me here? One, it's not cool. That's not funny. And I'm right here. And y'all are laughing like, ooh, So,
yes.
Yeah. So those social functions that can happen. So Austin, Raquel T, volunteering where needed the most. I'm in North Dallas. Raquel, if you want to come on camera, I think there's an upper right button that says share audio and video. Not everybody might be video ready, and some are. Some stay ready. And so, or you can just speak if you want, or interact through the chat. And so I really appreciate that. And email is very much okay too, and we'll find you and help you lean into your passion. So that's awesome. Thank you. Where do you work, Raquel? Not video ready. Yep. I understand. And you don't have to answer either about where you work, but really appreciate you. Any other questions, thoughts, QA line or the chat line? I will pick on. So Jerome, I think Jerome was, are you in Memphis? Not on my end. I've just enjoyed the event and am glad to be able to show up. So, yeah, correct. Okay. There is somebody who's interested in leading the Memphis chapter. So it's not had a leader, but we now have somebody that stepped forward. So just wanted to let you know. Yeah, Justin, how did you know that? Yeah, it is Justin. Good for you. Good. And so you'll be able to help him, I guess, Jerome, huh? Yep. Awesome. And I thought I just saw somebody join a second ago, and I don't know why my nose is starting to feel like it's having an allergy problem. Well, our time is about up here. So thank you all much. And this is all about you. So please join us at BUiLT or just on the Meetup platform, come to some of our activities. So thank you, Shawn, for volunteering to let us know a little bit more about you, and we hope to see you more on stage and get you pumped up and let recruiters and hiring managers know a little bit more about you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for having me. This has been awesome.
Yes. All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.